140.
WVBF is your hometown radio station.
All right.
And one of the things we like to do to
We're live.
people in your hometown is to run community announcements. If you do belong to a nonprofit group or organization, or if you're an official with a city or town government, send your community announcements along to our email address.
Middleborough.
It's safe, it's fast, and allows us to get right back to you if we have a question. Send your community announcements to WVBF1530@hotmail.com. That's WVBF1530@hotmail.com. Thank you for listening. Your hometown radio station is AM 1530, WVBF, and 99.7 FM.
Okay, we gotta do 305.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVDF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests.
All right.
Time for
Oh, the sun's
Hometown
coming out.
Talk on AM 1530 and 99.7 FM, your hometown radio station. Our phone lines are now open at 508-822-1106.
Alright, good. And good morning, and welcome to Hometown Talk. Today is the 31st of October, 2025. It's Halloween, it's Friday, and it is Hometown Talk, the Friday edition of Hometown Talk, the final Friday in the month of October, as we approach now November. But today is Halloween. We're going to get through Halloween first. Halloween, I love this holiday. One of my favorite holidays is Halloween. Is it your favorite holiday? Give me a call, 508-822-1106. Let me know what your favorite holiday is. Open phone lines today throughout the show, even in the second hour when we talk about sports. If you have any sports-related things you want to talk about, the second hour is the perfect time to call in. 508-822-1106. We're going to go do a lot of local events today, talk about a lot of local things today. We're going to go through an article that I found a couple of days ago online, going over the top 20 towns in Massachusetts when it comes to deer strikes. We'll go over that today and much more on the show today. But we're going to start off with talking a little bit about our blood drive, as we now enter the month of November. Here, there are several coming up in the month of November. We have Wednesday, November the 5th at Holy Cross Church, which is at 225 Purchase Street. That's in Southeastern, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. for that blood drive. Tuesday, the 18th of November. This is at Freetown Council on Aging at 227 Chase Road in Freetown, 2:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. for that blood drive. Then we have a blood drive coming up on Monday, November 24th. That's at the Lakeville Public Library at 4 Precinct Street in Lakeville, 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. for that blood drive. Then we have Sunday, November the 30th, Church of Our Savior, 60 Union Street, and that is in Middleborough, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for that blood drive. So we have plenty of blood drives coming up in the month of November, if you're able to give blood and want to go and give blood, those are some of the events to do so. If you're unable to go to any of these events, you do have options still. There are blood donation centers in Kingston and in Raynham as well if you want to go there and give blood. So, again, we've been talking about blood drives, and I will continue to do so. It's very important to me, blood drives. So we're going to keep talking about that as well. Also, stuff with the food pantry as well. Whenever big news with that comes out, I always talk about that as well. The food pantries are also very, very important to me as well. And when it comes to food pantries, there are several in Taunton. And I'm going to go over a couple here. I'm going to go over the list here. Was given this morning to talk about. But again, food pantries is another item I like to talk about a lot here on any show that I'm on. I find that it's a really important topic to talk about. I've always had dedicated a lot of time to it as well when it comes to that topic. I've had guests on from the Middleborough Food Pantry as well, the same as DePaul Food Pantry in Middleborough, many times. On mostly the Sunday show as well, and also Middleborough Matters. But yeah, a very, very important topic to me, food pantries. But we have several food pantries here in Taunton. First one, Our Daily Bread, which is at 111 High Street. Lunch is Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. St. Jude, 249 Whittington Street. That is lunch and pantry. That is Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The North Taunton Baptist Church has a food pantry, 1940 Bay Road. That is on Saturdays, 6:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pilgrim Church also has a food pantry, 45 Broadway Street, bagged lunch, Sunday, 11:30 a.m. to 12. Baptist Church of All Nations, 61 Winthrop Street, third Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mid-City, which is located at 111 High Street, Saturday lunch, 10:30 a.m. St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry, 141 Washington Street. You can call 508-823-6676. Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Please call first. And the Matthew Mission Food Pantry, which you hear commercials for. St. Vincent de Paul as well, you hear commercials for the Middleborough and other areas as well. The Matthew Mission Food Pantry, you hear commercials for, PSAs for all the time here on the station. That's located at 76 Church Green, second and fourth Saturday at 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for that food pantry. So again, another very important topic I talk about quite a bit here on the shows that I'm on. Okay, we got a couple of events to talk about here. And we got some sports to talk about again here in the second hour. I got a little list of games that will be on TV today, but I think I'll again talk about that in the second hour when Eric is here as well. I want to mention here, I should have mentioned this out at the top of the show, but we have a wind advisory in effect. 2 p.m. to this, from 2 p.m. this afternoon until about 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's going to be pretty windy for eastern and southeastern Massachusetts, as well as Oliver Island, which excludes Block Island. Expect west winds of about 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusts up to 50 expected. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down, and some power outages could result. Winds this strong can let me start over with that. Winds this strong can make driving, there we go, that's what I was looking for, difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. If you don't have anywhere important to go tonight, or early on in the morning tomorrow, don't go out till after this wind kind of subsides quite a bit. If you're a little worried about driving in this type of weather. But at least it's not raining, but it is very, very cloudy and dark out there. The skies don't look too nice outside today. At least it's not raining though. It was raining pretty hard last night. The sun did peek out for about 2 minutes, just at the beginning of the hour. Maybe it will again later on, but that's your little bit of weather there. Wind advisory in effect again, 2 p.m. this afternoon to 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we have that going on as well. All right, some of the other events. We got a couple of other events we want to talk about too. Again, later on in the hour, probably after the 9:30 news is what I'm going to do it. We'll have a segment on deer strikes in the area. I'm going to talk about the top 20 towns when it comes to deer strikes. Middleborough on the list, Taunton's on the list, as well as some other towns and areas as well on the list. Marion, Westport's on the list. I won't mention where they're ranked. I'll leave that. Suspense there for when we talk about it after the 9:30 news break. But we got that going on as well during this hour. Probably after the 9:30 news break as well, immediately after the 9:30 news break, probably do the little known facts with Chaz Allen at that time. Today is the last day for Little Known Facts with Chaz Allen as well. So I'll be playing it one final time here on the Hometown Talk. So watch for that. So that's coming up after the news at 9:30. We have some other events to talk about as well before the 9:30 news. And your phone calls, 508-822-1106. 508-822-1106 is the number to call. We will be right back. Where's my... There it is. Okay, what is this? I don't care, AVG. Internet. Don't care. Great. Performance issues. Great. Don't care. Okay. Alright. This is first hour. Okay. We got political ads. Alright. Play those. It's 2:38. Yeah.
Hi, this is City Councilor John McCall asking for your vote on November 4th. While
89.
meeting residents, I'm reminded that it's harder to afford the basics: housing, food, utilities, and property taxes. As your City Councilor, I will continue to work with my colleagues to keep taxes and fees as low as possible. Residents deserve a break to help to relieve them from their ongoing economic challenges. With your vote, I'll continue to work with you and be your advocate at City Hall. Please vote John McCall for City Council on November 4th. Paid for by the committee to elect John McCall.
Taunton Federal Credit Union's newest full-service location at 403 Winthrop Street in Taunton is now open. This is TFCU's fourth location, which includes its main office at 14 Church Green in Taunton and branches in Middleborough and New Bedford. Taunton Federal Credit Union's been serving the city of Taunton and surrounding communities since 1947 and is committed to offering an extensive range of products and services designed specifically with you in mind. Membership in the Taunton Federal Credit Union is now available to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Bristol County, Plymouth County, and Barnstable County in Massachusetts, Bristol, Kent, Newport, and Providence counties in Rhode Island, and the Rhode Island communities of Charlestown, Exeter, Hopkinton, Narragansett, New Shoreham, North Kingstown, Richmond, and South Kingstown. They want to make your banking experience as easy as possible by giving you convenient access to manage your accounts on the go, all the while providing you with the latest and greatest in banking technology. Stop in today and see what the Taunton Federal Credit Union can offer you.
Okay. Okay, 422.
Hello, my name is Bill Stoney, and I'm running for re-election to the Commission for the Taunton Municipal Levy Plan. As a retired employee who worked with TMOP for 40 years, and as commissioner for the past 2, I understand how the business operates on many different levels. As commissioner, I look to provide high-speed internet service to all of our customers through prudent and efficient cost management, and of course, provide the lowest rates possible through the intelligent and economical purchase of power contracts and common sense cost management. There's still work to do. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 4th, paid for by Bill Stoney.
Okay. We're back. We're back. Three, 2, 1, 0. And we're back here on Hometown Talk. Today is Friday, October 31st, 2025. Well, we are in Halloween, which means this morning at 12:01 a.m., all the Christmas music will come out and all the Christmas decorations will come out. And I don't understand why Christmas music, the Christmas music starts getting played so early and all of the Christmas stuff comes out so early. We haven't even, had Thanksgiving. But that's what you're going to see over the next couple of days is Christmas music start to pop up and Christmas, decorations start to come up as well. I know there are some things where towns are doing like displays and things like that for Christmas, and they want to start. They want to make sure that gets up early, and I'm fine with that. I know that. I understand that for sure. But Christmas music on November 1st? Nah, I mean, wait until, after Thanksgiving. But, I know you'll probably start to see over the next couple of weeks, some towns maybe set up like their Christmas related things that they do. And I know that takes time as well. And they have to start earlier on that in order to get set up in time. So I understand that for sure. But again, with stores and things like that, you're going to see it. You're going to see Christmas related stuff like probably this week. But I just wanted to point that out that it is Halloween, and immediately after Halloween, a lot of the eyes go directed at Christmas, when really I think, in my opinion, should go to Thanksgiving first. I mentioned this a couple times. I've mentioned this a couple times. On Thanksgiving, me and Don will be going over to Great Barrington, the Guthrie Cultural Center, to have Thanksgiving there. And that should be great. I believe this year is the 60th year. Either the events in the song Alice's Restaurant happened or the song itself was released. I believe it was the events in the song 60 years ago. Because I believe the song, was released in 1967. I can double check that here and give you guys an answer here in just a second. 1 second. 1967. So yes, 60 years. The events in the song 60 years ago this Thanksgiving. So it's a big Thanksgiving there at the Guthrie Cultural Center there in West in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. There. So that's what we're doing for Thanksgiving. Me and Dawn. I think we mentioned it a couple of times here on the show. Again, another thing we do during Thanksgiving is always at 12 o'clock or 4 o'clock or whenever we have a chance to during the day, because there's a couple times the radio stations play Alice's Restaurant. I think it's 12 and 3 or 4 o'clock, depending on the station. We listen to Alice's Restaurant on the radio. So that's another thing we do on Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving is coming up. It's not just Halloween and then Christmas. It's Thanksgiving coming up as well. And also football happens on Thanksgiving, which is pretty cool. Not just NFL, but college football, I believe, will be happening on Thanksgiving. I'm not sure what games will be on, and especially high school football. A ton of high school football games will be happening on Thanksgiving, as they always do every year. So we have that as well. Maybe we'll have a show some point down the road in November going over those as well, closer to Thanksgiving. So we have that going on as well. Okay, now that I got that little rant out of the way about the skipping of Thanksgiving, we got a couple of events I'm going to go over. We'll do that sometime during the hour, but it is approaching 9:30, so we are going to take our 9:30 news break. And we will be right back. Phone lines are open throughout the show today. 508-822-1106. 508-822-1106 is the number. We'll be right back. You're listening to WWB at 1530 AM, 99.7 FM.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Tumblr. The National Guard may be taking a more active role in keeping the peace when it's under threat in cities around the country.
A set of memos circulated this month directs National Guard units in all 50 states and U.S. territories to train a contingent of soldiers to deal with civil disturbances and riots, and to have them ready to deploy with just hours' notice. The specialized course includes the proper use of batons, body shields, stun guns, and pepper spray. Memos specified various numbers for each state's force, often 500 each. In all, they total more than 23,000 troops. In August, President Trump signed an executive order directing the Pentagon to create quick reaction forces that will be available for rapid nationwide deployment. All part of his vision of a muscular role for the military, his crackdown on illegal immigration and crime in U.S. cities. Ben Thomas, Washington.
A third man has been arrested and charged with the killing of a congressional intern in the nation's capital. 18-year-old Daquan Antonio Lucas indicted, facing first-degree murder and 15 other charges. The Trump administration is limiting the number of refugees admitted to the country annually, 7,500. That's down from 125,000 under President Biden's watch. Many of those to be allowed in under the Trump rules are white South Africans facing persecution in their homeland. Maybe a while before the Northeast dries out, the region was swamped by flooding rain yesterday, causing power outages, creating a travel nightmare and claiming 2 lives in flooded basements in New York City. Hurricane Melissa is blamed for at least 19 deaths and massive destruction on Jamaica. Watching Wall Street ahead of the opening bell, the Dow futures up 67 points, NASDAQ futures ahead 333. More on these stories at townhall.com.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states or situations.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
Could not believe how my hearing and life changed. Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
As of today, Britain has one less prince. Details, correspondent Charles Deladesma in London.
King Charles III has stripped his brother Andrew of his princely title and home amid mounting pressure to address his.
Well, that was coming anyway.
Aims to protect the monarchy from public disapproval. Andrew, now known as Andrew Mountbatten,
That's
removed
not
from
going to
Royal
help,
Lodge
but
to a more remote home on the King's Sandringham estate.
you know,
Meanwhile, the family of Virginia Roberts Jeffrey has praised the British King's
it's not going to
decision,
help.
declaring victory on behalf
People already
of
have a
Andrew's
negative
accuser, who died
view of the
suicide
monarch,
in
yes.
April at
Not
the
gonna
age of 41. Julian Payne, a former communications secretary to the King and Queen,
Some people are going to be like, "Why? What took you so long?" So no, that's not going down.
decided that a tipping point had been reached. I'm Charles Udas.
News and analysis, townhall.com.
1 minute.
An iconic and lucrative pro basketball franchise, well on its way to having a new owner.
Mark Walter is the majority owner of the Los Angeles Lakers after the NBA Board of Governors approved his purchase of a controlling stake from the Buss family. The Lakers and the league confirmed the next step
Okay.
Thursday in a transaction that is expected to close shortly. The sale of the NBA.
Yeah, and they laughed in
valuable
Celtics,
franchise
the
was
Celtics'
originally
faces when
announced in
they
June.
sold the
Jeannie Buss
team
will
for more
remain
money
the
than the
Lakers
Celtics
governor
did.
under the deal for at least the next 5
Okay.
years. LA is 3-2 this season
Whatever.
despite injuries to stars
I thought it was
LeBron
a
James
sleeper.
and Luka Doncic. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
When he visits Washington next week, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban is trying to persuade President Trump to exempt Hungary from new U.S. sanctions on Russian oil. Trump administration recently announced
Google
the sanctions affecting
ads
foreign
first.
buyers like Hungary. More on these stories, townhall.com.
1 10.
Hey, restaurant.
Okay.
Great
Perfect.
and they help out
Okay.
You got it down to a science. So when it comes to online marketing, ordering, and
Great.
delivery, Devour Now has got you covered.
Yeah.
Devour Now has
Okay.
0% commission, no setup cost, and the delivery
So
solution
there's
is
a
really
double
helping
small
you. Go to
commercial.
GetDevourNow.com to request a demo and to get started today. That's GetDevourNow.com. Commission-free online marketing, ordering, and delivery.
Good day, listeners. I'm Ed Carrera, and I want to work for you and represent you on the Taunton City Council and the Taunton Zoning Board of Appeals. Why these two positions? I know I can make an impactful and positive difference in our city. I'll say it again loud and clear. I love our city of Taunton. I was born here and have lived here all my life. I appreciate our taxpayers. Without them, our city could not function properly. So let's not overburden them. I appreciate our seniors that built our city and our veterans that fought to protect us.
I'm back.
I will do everything in my power to give them a better life. We need our streets and neighborhoods to be safe. People need to be able to walk safely around our city and drive safely around our city at all times of day or night. We need to give the tools and direction to the people that need it to keep us and themselves safe. If you elect the right people who are like-minded, all this and more will become reality. I will not become a rubber stamp for anyone. We need new blood, new ideas, and people that don't go along to get along. Most of all, we need you to get out and vote, get your family and friends out and vote, and I humbly ask for one of your votes. I'm Ed Carrera. Please email me at edcarrera@comcast.net. I want your questions, concerns, and suggestions. Today's a good day to have a good day. Paid for by Ed Carrera.
Hello, everybody. This is Chaz Allen with Little Known Facts. You know, there's been some great stories passed down through the years, but some of the best have never been told. Now, I'll be back in just a minute with one that just might surprise you. I thought I was dead in the water last month. Some enterprising young chap opened a new bakery just down the street from our office. Oh, the smell of that fresh baked bread, hot cinnamon rolls. I thought, well, that's
Stop
it.
making me
I'm
hungry.
dead. Who could resist that smell every day? But you know
They're
what?
making me
It's been
hungry.
over a month, and I've made a couple of trips to the bakery and not put on 1 pound. Not one. And I can thank the carb blocker that Dr. Steelman developed for people just like me. Yep, it's just a little tablet that keeps your body from digesting the carbs that you eat, so you can have a balanced diet without the hunger, starvation, or denying yourself some of the foods that you love. The carbohydrate blocker, developed by Dr. Steelman and available at myactivate.com. www.myactivate.com. That's myactive and the number 8.com. Or you can call them toll free 800-465-4411. That's 800-465-4411 or myactivate.com. If you're a lawyer, you know this story, or at least you should. It's a fascinating piece of our history. President John Adams was on his way out, and President-elect Thomas Jefferson was on his way in. And as often happens, the outgoing president made a few appointments on his last couple of days that, well, it just didn't sit very well with the new guys in town. At the last minute, a fellow by the name of John Marbury had been appointed as a district judge. A federal employee was given the job of recording the appointment and delivering it to the new administration when they took office. As things sometimes happen, the official document got lost en route. So when Marbury showed up for work as a new judge, well, he was turned away. He appealed to both the new president, Jefferson, and his Secretary of State, John Madison. But they both disagreed with the way it was done by the outgoing administration and denied the appointment. So Marbury sued Madison in the Supreme Court to get his judgeship. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Marshall, who himself was a midnight appointee, in a move which was decidedly a conflict of interest, made a historic ruling. Well, first he said that Marbury deserved the judgeship that he was appointed to. But then within the same ruling, the Chief Justice denied Marbury the position by saying that the Supreme Court did not have the right to make such a decision because the law that gave the court the right was in itself unconstitutional.
Are you serious?
Marbury lost the job, but he saved face. Jefferson and Madison settled down because Marbury did not get the job. And the Supreme Court, by deciding that it didn't have the right to make the decision, firmly established itself as the final authority on all such legal matters. And that's exactly how the United States Supreme Court put itself in a position to have the last say in all legal matters by saying that they had no right to have the final say. Oh, and one more thing.
Okay.
It's a little known fact that the federal bureaucrat who was responsible for delivering the Marbury district judge appointment, the one that was lost in the transition to the new administration, that guy? Well, that guy was no less than the brother of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the very man who was called on to make the final decision and firmly establish the Supreme Court as the final authority in the land.
That's interesting. All right. That's interesting. Okay, what am I doing here? Going to this. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And we are back here on Hometown Talk, the Friday edition of Hometown Talk. Today is Friday, October 31st, 2025. Coming up in the second hour, we'll have Eric Dunn He'll be here with us talking about all things sports. I got a nice list of sports as well to talk about with him for today. Today is a pretty good day for the sports. They just had recently, a couple of days ago, something called I think they call it the sports equinox or something like that, where like everything was happening all at once. Like all kinds of sports were happening all at once. This upcoming week, college basketball starts back up. So maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe talk about Providence, the Friars a little bit, and talk about college basketball a little bit. Maybe, I'm not sure. See what we have time for when it comes to that. But we'll have a whole ton of things to talk about when it comes to sports with Eric Dunn coming up at 10 o'clock this morning. So stay tuned for that. So we have that coming up. We'll have some other events to talk about as well coming up here before the end of this hour. But before we get to those events, there's an article I want to talk about, read a little bit on. I mentioned it before the show began this morning with Chris. I talked about that AAA has just released the 20 most dangerous South Coast towns for deer strikes. This article is on Fun 107. It's a local station here in the area. That's where the article. This is where the article. That's where I'm getting the article from. There we go. But top 20 list of Massachusetts towns with the most deer strikes. So we're going to talk about that here right now. As October temperatures dip and frost starts to appear on the pumpkins, more and more deer are beginning to move. Depending on where you live, you may notice a significant increase in deer activity. I barely see any deer around in my area. I have before. I have before on my street. Specifically before, one morning I was coming into work. It was one of the holidays, I think. I was coming into work, and it was still dark out. So I believe it was during the winter. It was still dark out, and I saw a couple of deer on the road there in where I live in Middleborough. So they are out. I just don't see them that often in my area, but they are definitely out. Depending on where you live, you may notice a significant increase in deer activity, especially in rural and wooded parts of the South Coast. And that's kind of where I live. It's kind of a wooded area, lots of woods in the area, and things like that. Why so many deer are on the move across the state? This reason is simple. We've entered the rut season. Male deer become bolder in their quest to find a mate. They take more risks, wander into populated areas, and cross roadways more frequently in pursuit of female deer. Drivers should take extra caution this time of year, especially be alert around dawn or dusk. That's where you're going to see most of the deer is around those times. That's when they're the most active. Remember, deer, they do often travel in groups. If you see one, they are more likely more in the area. AAA has just released a town-by-town stat for deer strikes. Each year, AAA of Southeastern New England releases statistics showing the number of deer strikes across the state. Year after year, towns in and around the South Coast experience some of the highest numbers of deer-related incidents. And AAA shares this data to remind drivers to stay alert, especially in the towns that lead the region in deer strikes. Last year, Westport, Middleborough, and Swansea topped the list. And let's see what it is this year. towns ranked safest to most dangerous for deer strikes. Number 20 on the list is Fairhaven with 7 strikes. Number 19 on the list is New Bedford. They had 9. Fall River. Now this takes a big jump. Fall River is 18th on the list. They had 19. Somerset is 17 on the list with 19. Mattapoisett is 16 on the list with 21. Acushnet is 15th with 24. Marion is 14th on the list with 25. 13th on the list is Bourne. They had 27. Dartmouth had 30, and they're number 12. This year, Rochester had 11. In this year's data, Rochester had 11 with 31. Had 31 strikes, and it is 11. There we go. Lakeville makes the top 10. They start off the top 10 with 33 strikes. Freetown is also in the top 10 in 9th with 33 strikes. Seekonk also has 33 strikes with 8. They're in 8th place. 7th place is Wareham, 35 strikes. In 6th place, in the 6th spot there, in the top 20, 35 strikes. Taunton, here in Taunton, number 6 in the top 20 for deer strikes with 35. 36 in Swansea, they are 5th. 4th is Rehoboth with 37 strikes. Plymouth is in the top 3, 56 strikes, so it bounces way up there. 62 strikes for Middleborough. In this year's data for AAA ranks number 2 in deer strikes in the South Coast. Number 2, 62 strikes. That's quite a bit. And number 1, and it's not really close. Number 1 is Westport. Number 1 is Westport. 96 strikes in this year's data, according to AAA. 96. That's quite a bit. So if you're out there on the roads, that is this year's data. Last year's data, Middleborough. Taunton was in the top 5 last year. Middleborough was 2nd, and Westport was number 1 last year as well. So it's down a little bit, the data, when it comes to Westport. Last year was 100 strikes. For Middleborough, it's up. I mean, it's down. I apologize. It's down from last year as well. Middleborough had 82 last year. Taunton had 47 last year. And they are not in the top 5 this year. They're 6th with 35. So it went down. That stat there for Taunton went down. So if in the area, in wooded areas and things along those lines, and it's nighttime or it's just very early in the day before the sun comes up, be very, very careful with deer, because they are out, especially this time of year when it is they are very, very active at this time. So all right, that is it for this topic. 508-822-1106 if you want to call in, and if you have any thoughts about this particular topic. 508-822-1106. We'll be right back. We'll take another commercial break. We'll be right back. Okay. 242.
Happy Mission Food Pantry helps people with food insecurities from the hardships of life. In a few short years, they have given more than 4,000 bags of groceries to those in need. For guests with limited transportation options, they are open every Saturday morning from 9:30 to 11:30 at the north door of the First Parish Church, 76 Church Green, and are available to anyone, no questions asked.
That's
The
the day
demand
after Thanksgiving.
increases every week. With the looming reduction in SNAP
Monday is the
benefits,
day
the
before.
need is growing. Please consider
No,
a
Monday
donation
is
of
Veterans Day.
unexpired, non-perishable
Tenth.
food items, grocery store gift
Alright.
cards, or a monetary
Alright, the
donation
day
via
before
check
Veterans Day, I think.
to the Matthew Mission Food Pantry,
26th, the day after
76 Church Green,
Okay.
Taunton, or by Venmo
Alright.
at Matthew Mission Food Pantry. The Matthew
Fine.
Mission Inc. is a registered 501c3 organization.
Alright.
Thank you.
Alright, what next? 187.
Taunton deserves leaders who listen and put people first. I'm Evan Francis, and I'm running for City Council to be
36.
your voice.
You do
I'll
all
work to keep our neighborhoods safe, make our city more affordable, and work to invest in the future for all
And
of us.
whatever time I
This
have
November
left, I'll
4th,
do.
I hope to earn your support.
More
You can vote by mail, vote early, or cast your ballot on Election Day.
things.
Together, we can move Taunton forward. I'm Evan Francis, and I'd be honored to have your vote for the Taunton City Council. Thank you. Paid for by the Committee to Elect Evan Francis.
Don't miss InfoTrack weekends here on WVBF. InfoTrack is a weekly nationally syndicated public affairs radio show that features interviews with experts discussing topics of real interest to you. InfoTrack strives to present impartial, along with a team of talented reporters and legendary announcer Charlie Van Dyke. InfoTrack, Saturday mornings at 8:05 a.m.
All right.
and Sundays at 9 a.m. Here on WVBF AM 1530 and 99.7 FM, your in-town radio station.
Alright, it's 3:33 now. There we go.
Good day. My name is Tanya Lobo, and
26.
I'm running for Taunton School Committee. For over 20 years, I've worked hand in hand with children, families, and educators, listening,
Today
building, showing up. Because leadership isn't about noise
is
or politics.
Friday.
It's about community,
Alright.
consistency, and character.
Hello,
Our
everybody.
families, our teachers, and our children deserve every opportunity to dream, learn, and lead. Together, we can build a community that moves forward as one. I'm always available and ready to listen. Please call 617-869-9250 for more information. On November 4th, vote Tanya Lobo for School Committee. Your neighbor, advocate, our progress. Paid for by the committee to elect Tanya Lobo.
Hello, my name is Peter Cooler, Commissioner of the Taunton Municipal
Couple
Light.
more minutes to
I'm running for
go.
re-election to keep TMLP
Before the end
focused
of
on
the
what
year.
matters most: reliability, affordability, and sustainability. Right now, my priorities are simple: to strengthen our system so service is reliable, help lower costs through rebates and efficiency programs, invest in alternative energy resources, and continue to expand our internet coverage. I would appreciate your vote on November 4th, paid for by Peter.
Okay. We're back. A couple more minutes to talk about local events. Yeah. Local event time. Alright, here we go. And we're back as I turn down the bumper music. There we go. 9:55 a.m. We got a couple of minutes here before the 10 o'clock hour. And we have a couple of local events to talk about here, which is coming up over the next couple of days here. Like tonight, the Sip and Stroll holiday event in Middleborough. Actually, not tonight. Tomorrow night. I apologize. Let's actually start off with something that's coming up tonight. We'll get to the Sip and Stroll in a second. The Central Congregational Church of Middleborough. There we go. Annual Trunk or Treat. That'll be taking place tonight, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the Middleborough Town Hall parking lot. Families are invited to attend in family-friendly costumes and enjoy decorated vehicles and Halloween treats in a safe community setting. The event offers children a safe way to collect candy and celebrate Halloween with their families. The Middleborough Fire Department and the police department that are expected to participate again this year. For more information, there we go, contact Pastor Bruce Smith at 508-947-1256 or Reverend Doug Forbes at 508-923-9724. The Sip and Stroll holiday event in Middleborough will take place Saturday, November the 1st. That's tomorrow, noon to 4. At the Middleborough Town Hall, 10 Nickerson Avenue. Free admission, free parking for this event. Over 85 juried small business vendors will be on site. They're featuring artisans, local makers, and craft goods just in time for the holidays. Food trucks and bartending services available as well. Music and raffles as well available. Comedy night tomorrow night at the Taunton Elks, 15775 John Quincy Adams Road in Taunton. Benefiting the Veterans Lunch Program. That's again tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Doors will open. 8 p.m. is the showtime. So 6:30 p.m. doors open. 8 p.m. showtime. Bill Farrell, John Prada, and Brian Vincent will be a part of the event. Bill Farrell, your MC, John Parada, headliner, and Brian Vincent as well will be a part of the event. Again, 775 John Quincy Adams Road in Taunton. The Taunton Elks 150. $30 to Venmo Michelle Beckerman Williams at Mrs. Willie 597. There will also be pizza, snacks, and cookies, raffles, and 50/50 available as well. All right, so we'll take a couple of commercials and we'll be right back, and we're going to do our 10 o'clock show, 10 o'clock news as well. We'll be right back.
WVVF is your hometown radio station. And one of the things we like to do to support people in your hometown is to run community announcements. If you do belong to a nonprofit group or organization, or if you're an official with a city or town government, send your community announcements along to our email address. It's safe, it's fast, and allows us to get right back to you if you have a question.
Well, here, always a pleasure. Thanks for taking my seat today. Oh, actually, you know what? Because I got this. So, hello. How are you doing? You know, I am okay. Well, I'm trying to be okay. So I guess I'll give you some news at some point soon. Well, how much time we have till from break? 5 minutes? Oh, okay. So I'll tell you what's going on now. This mic's broken.
Okay, good, yeah.
Green light?
Green light. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'll tell you what's been going on with me. So you've heard of Brown University, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm getting ready for a minimum 10-game national anthem season starting next week.
I heard that. I saw it on your Facebook.
Yeah. So I wanted to pass it along to you now, in case you and your dad want to come see me out there.
That's awesome. Yeah.
My 5 games are out for now.
Hopefully 10 at some point. Right now, I've got some stuff going on at home that requires our attention. Both family members. So.
No, of course. I'll put out my 26th portion on Thanksgiving because that's when I'll get the rest of my dates. So that's with them. BC Eagles. I'm now on their anthem list. I'll get a call within the next couple months. Promise Friars, same deal. Blue Sox, that's not until January. Brought the Rush. Know that? Okay. I had a meeting with Mandy, one of the higher ups on Tuesday morning, and this is what they want to do with me. So I'm going to meet with her at the end of February to lock down the number of games I'll do and when. But 2 of these are already confirmed for me. They had 3 Wednesday morning games last season where they had schools come in, and you know they only feel like 5,100 people because it's not a big pot. But of the 3 games that they've had the schools come in, they've averaged about 4,200 people, and like it's like not a lot. If you look at a place that small, like going to like 5,000, that fills. Yeah, that makes sense. So she wants one of those morning walks to go to me. And this time, dude, they want to do a autism acceptance night, and they want me at the forefront. So they want me doing the anthem for it. They want me as a guest MC to speak about my journey with it, my story, and empower people about the mission of autism. And they want to collab with the Foodie Foundation separately. So I'm getting some good updates there. Oh, Foodie Foundation. Oh, so this is the cool news, man. So Sunday, I don't think you saw this on my socials yet, but if you have, please check it out. They
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive,
So
you
I
can
had
save while protecting your most valuable
One second,
possessions,
I get a
like your
text
really
from
expensive
somebody.
limited
Okay.
edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers.
just
So you
load
show
me good.
up
I'll
to
tell you
the
what's
wedding
going
look like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers
Okay.
are good in pictures.
Garbage.
Until you're chopped out of every last one.
All right, you good?
So go ahead and
Someone
get
who
Progressive
wants
so you can
money.
save while protecting the things that
My
matter
vote.
to you.
Yeah.
Place it on
Insurance
anyway.
company affiliates and other insurers, not
So anyway.
situations.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the
Yeah.
quality of
So I'll
your
tell you,
life.
so
Now,
the
there's an
Foodie
affordable
Foundation
fit for
on
you
Sunday
or your loved one.
had their
Rated
5K
the best
in
hearing
Natick.
aids of 2025 by Forbes
The
Health.
stomping grounds of
Audience
Doug
Hearing
Flutie.
has the highest quality hearing aids at the
It was
lowest
the most
prices,
successful
starting at just
5K in the history of the
$98 a
foundation.
pair.
Most runners, most sponsors, most participants,
Not believe
most
how
money
much hearing
raised.
aid life has changed. Join over 1 million
I'll give you
happy
3
customers
guesses
by going to
at how much that we raised.
audiencehearing.com. That's
Half a mil?
AUDIENhearing.com.
You're very close.
As of today, Britain has
$475,000?
Prince.
A little bit higher.
Correspondent Charles Della Desmond.
$600,000.
King Charles III instructed his brother Andrew.
How do we go from that to 600? I just said on half a million, you're very close. Then you got unfortunately finally jump to 600. Dude, I said you're very close. How is
$515,000.
dude? It's under half a million. You
$488,000.
On the king's sand.
You're out by 5,000.
Meanwhile, the family.
Oh, wow.
483.
Okay.
So
what?
yeah, how do you go from 475 to 600? When I said
I thought you said higher.
no, I said you're almost there on half a million. That
I needed that. Thank you. I needed that laugh.
yeah, you're welcome. But
I need that.
We decided that a tipping point had been.
1 minute.
I'm Charles Della.
News and analysis, townhall.com.
Yeah, 1 minute.
An iconic and lucrative pro basketball franchise, well on its way to having a new.
hey, you said you said that you needed a laugh.
I did.
Okay. Are you sure about that?
Yes, thank you. Where's the Well, we don't have time for that. We'll be on the air in about 30 seconds.
The sale of the NBA's most valuable franchise was originally announced in June.
I don't care.
Will remain the Lakers governor under the deal for at least the next 5 years. LA is 3-2 this season, despite injuries to
Yeah,
LeBron
great
James
Lakers.
and Luka Doncic.
Awesome. Rub it in our face more.
When he visits Washington next week, Hungarian Prime Minister
The
Viktor
Lakers.
Orban is hoping to persuade President Trump
So annoying.
to
I know they are.
Like, oh my God. Oh, Magic Johnson. Oh, we beat you. We beat your
hey.
your total for
Wait a
the.
minute. Damn it.
More on these stories, townhall.com.
Undertaker.
2 days of orders.
Undertaker.
Oh, with the Shane Bell.
Hold on 1 second.
The opinions expressed on this program are
Oh,
those of the host and
okay.
do not express the views of
Enough.
WWF ownership or Hometown
We're going
Radio.
on the air.
Content aired on all
Enough.
programs are those of the host and their guests.
But, no, going on the air.
It's time for
I know we are.
All right.
AM 1530 and 99.7
Serious mode.
Yeah.
We're going on the air.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Anyway, move on.
Phone lines are now open at 508-822-1106.
You're green, Mike. Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
It matches my shirt, kind of.
Make it sure. 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, we're back here on Hometown Talk. It is the 31st of October, 2025. It's Halloween, and enjoy Halloween when you can, because November 1st, all the Christmas stuff will be coming out, as I mentioned earlier. Anyway, so we're here in the second hour, and Eric joins me. Usually Eric would join me in the first Friday of the month, but the last 2 months we had some scheduling things that have prevented us from meeting here on Hometown Talk on the first Friday of the month during the 10 o'clock hour. So we've had to move it to the last Friday of the month, last month and this month. But we will be back to the first Friday of the month in December, which means we'll be skipping November. So stay tuned for that date at the end of the hour. I believe it's December 5th, but we'll have that date for you exactly at the end of the hour today. But real quick, Eric, how are you doing?
I was wondering when you were actually going to let me speak for a second.
Yeah, how are you doing, Eric?
Better now they let me talk. Oh, sheesh. So anyway,
yeah. How you doing?
It is good to be with all you again. I've been gone for a little bit, but yeah, as Joey said, December 5th, we'll be diving back into our regularly scheduled first Friday of every month plan that been deviated for a few months now. I've been going through a pretty cool special things over the last couple of months. Been getting some great news with the Doug Flutie Foundation for Autism. Been getting great news about Brown University and my national anthem progress there. Definitely certain I can share that with some of you guys towards the end of our hour together. But what I've been seeing mostly right now has just been nothing but great signs with the Pats. Just right now having a shocking year.
Yeah.
Providence Bruins, for the first time in franchise history, starting their season 7-0. They're actually going to enter November undefeated. And it's raising a lot of eyebrows right now regarding who's currently on the Boston side of the spoke to B, not the P to B, and why we have certain players out there right now, even though they just won an OT last night.
Yeah.
And, Celtics, they're now back to 500. They've now won 3 in a row. Pretty convincing wins over, Pelicans, Cavaliers.
It's the teams that they should beat. Other than maybe the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers, that's a kind of a shocking one.
Are they 2-3 or did they get 3-3? Because I feel like I may have been off on that. Was I wrong? Oh,
they're 2-3.
Do you want to check that real quick? Because I feel like that they might have beaten someone
Before
else.
we do so, we have a phone call. So let's take that phone call and say good morning,
yes.
caller.
The Democratic Cowboy.
Happy Halloween, Democratic Cowboy. How you doing today?
I'm telling you, I'm worried sick about the theater business.
The theater business.
It seems that everybody is taking the theater business out. There'll be no more theater business anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
It seems that we've invented something here in Costco's, and everybody's got a 55-inch or 100-inch or 90-inch or 200-inch. Showcase is folding up in Foxborough, and then Showcase is going out in Peggy's Place. And on top of that, Showcase is going out in it's not Randolph yet, but it's leaving. It's not in Hanover, but it's leaving at the Patriot Place and a couple more places. I tell you, 55-inch. I'm looking at it right now, and the 100-inch and everything is putting the theater. They're gone.
Wow. I did not know about Patriot Place potentially. Yeah, looks like
that actually is
looks like it is
confirmed, by the way,
yeah.
that Showcase over Patriot Place will not be renewing their lease by March 26th. Wow. So that is going to be vacant by around the end of the spring once they move out, I believe.
So I remember, I'm going to tell a story here for a second. I remember Silver City Galleria. And
Regal.
The Regal, yes. And the last day that was open, they were showing, I believe it was Empire Strikes Back. And me and my dad went to go see the last, my dad and I went to go see the last showing of that, or one of the last showings of it. And that was a pretty interesting experience.
I went to I took my girlfriend when I had a girlfriend. She's Hutch, and that was the cheapest
entertainment. That was really good. And then I went to see Van Helsing movie about the Vampire Hunter. That closed down the Westgate situation. Then we had 3 lovely theaters up here in Brockton City, and all 3 of them are gone. The Center Theater closed down because of the adult movie Deep Throat. And I went to see Ludi Valance was a good movie. And then I went to see Tarzan's 3 Challenges. And I used to go over here all the time from Stoughton to see the movies, And now we got it right here. So you got 2041 month of movies on one channel tonight. How many watch 2041? They got 40,000, 55.
I think you can only.
Happiness to me, though.
I think you can only watch like 3 or 4 at a day. Anyway, one other thing I'll ask you here before we let you go here. What are your thoughts on Saturday Night Main Event tomorrow night? What do you think? Is it a good card?
Well, I think so. I think John Cena is a fool. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'll tell you, wrestling's going really good now.
Yes,
it's never been like that before. But one time, I came out of the theater when I saw Beyond the Mat, and I cried. I cried to find out truth about the WWF. And Jake the Snake was on coke and all this kind of stuff. And Bret Hart was having a fight with Vince McMahon's Montreal Screwjob. He slapped him into the, back in the day, if you ever think about it, slapping an office help. Ed Cohen or anybody, that was my friend Ed Cohen, he was with there. You would get really fine to it. You would lose your life, believe me.
All right, well, Democratic Cowboy, thank you for calling in today. Again, call in anytime.
And I hope we don't lose the Bavarian plan. I'm worried about. I like Mr. Derek Court. He's a real good guy. But my vote is still Rodriguez.
All right.
It's still my vote that's coming Tuesday is still for Moses. The Aquaria plan. We need that Aquaria plan. Think of that, folks, when you go vote.
So
I saw after right on the mayor thing, he actually said he would get rid of the Aquaria plan. That was the city hall thing. He said, but think about it. I don't want to see it drop out.
Well, we'll find out what happens on this Tuesday's election.
You people are taught. You're beautiful. You can't get you get the greenery going and everything down there instead of Brockton, instead of Taunton, and you got the best Chinese food in the world. Mm-hmm. You folks are great in time. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Democratic Cowboy. All right. Have a good day. Yep. Bye-bye.
All righty.
All right. So let's start off with what's going on today in sports here before we take our first commercial break. Our day in sports goes as this for October 31st, 2025. MLB, we have what could be the final game of the season this year.
This could be a Cinderella story for the Blue Jays, winning it for the first time since 1993. And literally, in my eyes, stopping the LA Dodgers dynasty dead in their tracks. This could literally be one of the biggest underdog upsets in World Series history. Because if you looked at the betting numbers, LA was a favorite by a long shot.
Everyone was saying LA in 5.
Everybody, in my opinion, even though you have to sometimes pick the favorite, right? Everyone loves a Cinderella underdog comeback story. And in my eyes, knowing how much the Blue Jays have struggled this year, and granted, I'm a Sox guy through and through, and we've seen it for much of the year, they were probably one of the lowest run differential teams in the MLB, but give them a lot of credit for how much they have fought back. And it's just really been shocking the world. And believe me, if they take it home tonight, they will indeed shock the world.
So we'll see what happens there. Again, the Dodgers will be back, regardless of what happens tonight. The Dodgers will be back again next year. They're a team. They're a team
that team's not going anywhere. That team's going to be a World Series contender for at least a few more years because they've got everybody that they need right now.
Exactly. In the NBA, we have NBA Cup group play. The Celtics will take on the Philadelphia 76ers. It will be on Prime Video, but if you want to listen to it on the radio, WZLX, I believe.
Wait, who?
Celtics 76ers WZLX, correct?
WROR.
Oh, sorry, WROR. I thought it was ZLX.
Are Bruins playing tonight?
Let's see.
If the Bruins are not playing tonight, then they're on the Sports Hub. If they are, then they'll be on WROR.
Okay, so
Oh, also,
it's confusing.
Also, I do want to apologize. By the way, I did make a mistake. They are 2-3. They have not gotten back to 500 yet, which I think that they could tonight.
They could.
But I will say though, for the 2 games that they've won, I mean, you whooped the Pelicans by 32, then you beat the Cavs by 20. And knowing the roster that we have right now, that a lot of people in a lot of people's eyes say that we severely downgraded, those are convincing wins in my opinion.
Exactly.
I mean, like for the roster we have right now, if they can just get a few more of those going, I mean, honestly, I'm not too worried about them because it's early in the year. But I mean, I trust Missoula and Stevens right now more than I would trust Marco Sturm and the Sweeneys and the Jacobs, because that whole Bees organization is a mess right now.
So the Celtics, I believe, are on the Sports Hub tonight.
Yes.
No Bruins tonight. Bruins are on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bruins kind of getting it together a little bit, but they are under 500. They're 6
They are still a dumpster fire until they get their crap in order, man. I'm sorry.
So we'll see. All right, and then we have several college football games today. We have a ranked game, number 25, Memphis takes on Rice. Then we have an FCS game. Brown will take on Pennsylvania.
Brown
University.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they'll take on
FCS. Nice.
take on UPenn.
Wait a minute.
University of Pennsylvania. UPenn.
Don't you mean Penn State?
No, not Penn State.
No?
FCS.
Oh,
FCS. The other Pennsylvania.
Wait a minute.
UPenn.
Wait, is Penn State in the ACC or SEC?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Because I've never heard of University of Pennsylvania. Because I've never heard of University of Penn State. I've heard Penn State University.
No, Penn State University, that's a totally different thing. Pennsylvania is the college.
Okay,
It's
University
UPenn.
of Pennsylvania.
I think they call it UPenn.
Okay then.
Then they get the Tar Heels versus the Syracuse Orange. I believe that's the name of Syracuse team. This is a big game. They got to salvage something. The Tar Heels have to salvage something. This first year for Bill Belichick has been a disaster.
Oh, it's been atrocious.
They have to try to salvage something. Sam Houston takes on Louisiana Tech. And then in the FCS, Idaho, they'll take on Northern Arizona. That is your games for today.
I do want to say this because I know we got to take our break here, but
yes, we do.
But I'll tell you though, I think we've got to get Providence Bruins in next because
absolutely.
I don't think you've seen this. I just want to give a quick teaser. Breaking news: the Providence Bruins are not only going to be undefeated going into November, for the first time in franchise history, they're not only 7-0. Get a load of this. They are now the only. They are now. It is now down to just 2 teams in the AHL that are still undefeated. Them and the Grand Rapid Griffins. It is down to just 2 teams now undefeated in the AHL going into November. The Providence Bruins have been just a shocker. And the best part of all of that is because of their points and where they are right now, they have currently the best record in the AHL after October ends tomorrow morning at midnight. Hard to believe, 1 month in, maybe, we're looking at a different team.
And they have a chance to start November off on
It definitely
really good.
We're
going to talk about that.
100%. Definitely something we got to pick up on the other side for sure.
We will. All right, so let's take our break and we'll be right back.
Yes. Cool.
I think we're gonna do. Well, what I want to do.
14 points.
Yeah, what I want to do is kind of do a comparison of the 2 teams that are undefeated, Grand Rapids and Providence, because I think it'll give more. What's the word?
meaning to it.
Meaning to what these two teams are doing at this point.
No, of
in the
course.
Season.
So I can tell you this right
2
now.
weeks into the season.
So I've already got goals against, goals scored, and also get all this. We have 3 P Bruins that are in the top 10 for points scored right now, which is outrageous this early.
Grand Rapids.
And then I believe looking at the goaltender situation, we're in. I don't think the Petrio is. What else is Petrio? Michael DiPietro. Okay, he's at 914. Yeah, that's not even in the top 10. I don't think. Yep. But so get all this. So this new guy, Simon Zinchek, on Providence. He is overall in the AHL. He's 6th in goals in a save percentage of .939, and in GAA he's 4th with a 1.66. He is 3-0. Nope, sorry. He's 3-0. Michael DiPietro's 4-0. GAA 2.50 and a 914. Yeah. And then points. Get all this. Points. We have 3 Bruins at 4th, 6th, and 7th with 11 and 10 each. Riley Tufte, Georgi Merkulov, and Patrick Brown. Left wing, and center. And right now for goals scored, Tufte and Merkulov are both tied for the top 5 with 5 goals each. Damn, how about that? And then overall for us, goals scored, we are 1st in the AHL with 31 goals scored, and goals against we're 5th with 15. So right now we're in the top 5 this early.
Pretty good.
That's very good. But I'll tell you though, dude, definitely something I think that we should be talking a lot about too when we go into Pats. Should definitely be about Drake May, some ascendance, because I got some stats on him overall with the leaders.
Yeah.
So yeah, but listen, we've only got 4 matches for WWE. We have definitely got to get on those.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
One second. I'm just letting it play a little. Just letting this play a little.
That's fine.
All right. 3, 2, 1, 0. We're back here on Hometown Talk, the Friday edition of Hometown Talk. It's Halloween, October 31st, 2025. It's sunny outside. Finally, the sun has come out. It's broken through the clouds. It's getting nice and sunny outside. It's still going to be windy outside a little bit later on this afternoon, so be careful if you're driving around. If you're able to, push off your plans till tomorrow, I would do so. If you're a little worried about driving and in that type of weather, the wind and things like that.
Well, I really don't think it's a big concern about driving. It's more like walking in it, though. Like for all those trick or treating tonight.
50 mile per hour winds.
35 to 40 roughly.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, for some people that might be worrisome.
Sure.
Especially when walking. Yeah, definitely be careful walking. Absolutely, for sure. Okay, we have the Providence Bruins tomorrow night, Saturday, November 1st, the first game of November.
Yeah.
Game number 129 on the season.
The what now?
The
what?
So they every game they put down what number game it is on the season.
How
the Hershey Bears and the Providence Bruins, when they face off tomorrow night at 7:05 p.m., that will be game number 129 of the season altogether.
I thought that was like the all-time meeting between these two.
No.
Well, that's weird.
No, I believe it's game number of the season.
Yeah, that's a little
129.
awkward to me.
129. They will be at home at the Amica Mutual Pavilion, the AMP. I'm sorry, I still call it the Dunk. I still want to call it the dunk.
Honestly, I feel like it's better calling that versus the amp because I feel like I'm having to like plug my quarter inch into an amp talking about those Muppets. Like
Anyway,
like the dunk was a lot more catchier because that's when you had dunking products.
I like the dunk. I mean the amp that sounds fine, but the dunk, Dunkin' Donuts Center,
that's
I
because
like
Dunkin' though didn't want to renew the contract.
But a lot
anyway.
of people remember it as the Civic Center.
Yes, they all do.
Even. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean it's something I guess I'll get used to eventually.
Sure.
Anyway, the Providence Bruins, they take on the Hershey Bears. First meeting of the season. Let's go over some stats. The previous season, they're head-to-head. Not good last year for the Providence Bruins head-to-head with the Hershey Bears, but this is when the Hershey Bears were a monster of a team.
I honestly think they still are, but they did get upset in the postseason last year.
They did.
Believe it or not, by Charlotte of all teams.
They're off to a really rocky start to begin the year.
Not a bad thing for us right now.
But the last 5 seasons go as follows for these two teams. The last 5 seasons in games that they've been in. Hershey Bears, their record 11-11. Providence, their record 11-7-2-2 record for the Providence Bruins in the last 5 seasons against Hershey.
100%, yeah. But and for those going out to the AMP tomorrow and Sunday, they are doing a different promo schedule now, and a couple of them are like rebranding teams that is like for like that one night. I remember during this month they had there was one night they were the Providence Fighting Parms, fighting chicken parmesans. Okay.
That's great. It's like it reminds me of minor league baseball.
And then for tomorrow night against Hershey, they're going to be the Providence Beach Bears.
You know what?
They got some very interesting names that are going to be actually coming out soon.
Like I said,
this season, you know what I mean?
Like I said, it reminds me of minor league baseball. That's kind of what they do there.
It's kind of like how you organize that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like some like these names, I'm like, how do you organize all these stinking names? Like it's funny when you think about it, but then on the same token, it's like kind of stupid. You're like, how do you? You know what I mean? Like some of these names is like, yeah.
So the top scorers, the two players I would say keep an eye on in this game. For Hershey, Gemi Clark, keep an eye on him. So far this season, 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points.
Joe, wait a minute. Wait. I just found a few more this season. Looking at the promo schedule.
So we'll get to that in a second.
No, I know, but I just think that you might want to laugh for a quick second.
Well, absolutely. We're gonna get.
If there's only 2 left,
we're gonna get to it.
Yeah, no, I know, but Joey, I just gotta read these 2 real quick. I'll take like 10 seconds.
All right, go ahead.
I'll take like 10 seconds. January 17th, the Providence Hot Wieners,
hot dogs,
and on March 1st. The Providence Big Blue Bugs. It kind of similar to that company, Big Blue Bug Solutions.
That's
funny.
That's what it is.
Funny.
Anyway. So the top scorers, the top scorer to keep an eye on for Hershey is Gemi Clark. 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points so far this season. On Hershey, for Providence, I would keep an eye on Riley Tuft and Patrick Brown.
You didn't pronounce them right. It's Riley Tufty.
I apologize.
Patrick Brown for sure, but then you're also forgetting someone else, Georgi Merkulov. He's also tied in the top 5 with 5 goals as well this season.
Yeah.
And looking at the numbers right now, goals scored, they are first in the AHL with 31. They're 5th in the AHL with only 15 goals against. The new guy too that we got. I think his last name is Zajac. I believe Simon Zajac. He is 6th in the AHL with a save percentage of .939. He's 4th in the AHL with a goal against average of 1.66. He's 3-0. Michael DiPietro is 4-0. But this has been a team that isn't really showing much on defense. They're really showing more on offense. And that's really been something that's been lacking in the last several years.
Yeah.
It's putting the puck on net. And it's not about the shots on goal. It's about getting the puck in the crease and causing mayhem and wreaking havoc. I give Ryan Muginel a lot of credit, even though, listen, it's 1 month done. There's still plenty of time to go. But keep this in the back of your mind. It's just them and the Grand Rapids Griffins that are the only two teams remaining undefeated in 7-0 for Providence. I'll say this quick. First time in franchise history after 1 month. Starting a new year. First time in franchise history, 7-0. Huge congratulations.
And real quick before we take a break, Fabian Lysell, who you've seen on the Bruins, the Boston Bruins.
I have no idea why he isn't called up still. Why is he not called up still?
So far, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. So far in.
Keep an eye on him because a lot of these Muppets that are on the spoke to be on the Boston side. I'm sorry we're calling them Muppets, but I'm saying this so I can keep it PG here. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I am not going to lie to you. They are still a dumpster fire because of the situation that they have. But listen, this is the last thing I'm going to say about the Bruins is we got to get to Patriots and WWE after the break here. Marco Sturm, who is a former Bruin, one of the best wingers I've seen with us from 05 to 10 when he was with us for the last 20 years, 25 years roughly. You can't put the blame on him. He doesn't have a team right now that's buying in, putting in effort, and making any commitment right now. Even though you can look at last night's victory in OT and say, okay, so they won back-to-back. Listen, take this with a grain of salt. Okay, the Sabres absolutely blow, and that's just how it is. But I'm just telling you, do we have a good roster? That's debatable.
It is. Very debatable.
But do they fight back? Yeah. But why do you think they have to fight back? Because they're going because they have to trail from a deficit every stinking game so far this season. They've been on average down 2 goals in each of their first 13 games. Like, it's not rocket science when you know that it's early. But the Bruins need a lot of help. But don't put the blame on Marco Sturm. This guy's doing everything he can. There is no team right now.
They are not good. All right, and we'll be right back.
Right there. Anyway, so that's all I gotta say about that.
I'm gonna skip the news.
Honestly, brother,
I need to do it.
Honestly, brother, I've got some Drake May stuff right here, my man.
We gotta go over a little bit more.
What?
I want to go over the last 5 games for Providence because I didn't get to do that. I'll try to be quick on that.
Yeah,
all right.
please.
I'll try to be quick.
And
the matchup too.
So are you skipping news?
I'm skipping news. It's
so we can get this in.
It's 10:33, so I'm skipping news. I don't need to play the last.
All right. So how much time do we have on the break?
Like a minute and a half.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, so I'll tell you this about the Foodie Foundation because I didn't tell you this either. You know where Curry College is up in Milton?
Yeah.
They are doing their 3rd annual Autism Acceptance Basketball Classic. It's a 1-night, 2-day event. And they have games at 1 and 3 on Saturday, November 15th. I'm doing both anthems. I'm doing both anthems for that paid from the Foodies. And be on the lookout for this too. And you know what happens come December when I see you again. They create a Stars of the Spectrum record label with Big Night with Big Night Records to collab together, and I've been asked to join as a soloist. And by the end of January 26th, this coming January, my own version of, which is my debut, my EP original debut cover of my own version of Feeling Good by Michael Bublé is going to be out on all platforms. So they're going to be taking me into their reporting headquarters up at their headquarters in Waltham, and they're going to.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, man.
All right, here we go. Great.
I'll explain on the commercial.
3, 2, 1.
Buzz.
All right, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're back. I turned down the bumper music. There we go. It is 10:35 a.m. here on Hometown Talk, WVBF. It is Friday, October 31st. I'm Joey Driscoll, joined by Eric Dunn here once again. All right, continuing with the Providence Bruins. The last 5 games for the Hershey Bears are as follows. 3-1 win against Bridgeport. Bridgeport is... oh, boy. Bridgeport's so bad. I feel bad. I really feel bad.
That's who they play on Sunday?
What?
Is that who they're playing on Sunday?
They played them back on the 29th.
Who they play after Hershey on Sunday? Because it's sharp. Because it's Hershey
What,
tomorrow.
Providence? I don't.
Yeah.
We'll go over that in a minute. But the Hershey Bears, the last 5 results: 3-1 win over Bridgeport. Bridgeport is. I am assuming Bridgeport's winless.
We should be spanking them now.
3-4 win over Lehigh Valley. 5-4 loss over Lehigh Valley. So back-to-back games over Lehigh Valley. 1 win, 1 loss for Hershey. 5-1 loss over Springfield, and a 5-1 win over Springfield. Providence, 3-1 win over the Penguins of Wilkes-Barre. They have a 4-1 win over Bridgeport, a 3-5 win over Springfield, a 2-5 win over Hartford,
5-3, 5-2,
5-3 win over Bridgeport. And then they also had a 3-2 win over Bridgeport. Again, folks, Bridgeport fans, if you're listening out there, I'm so sorry about your team.
Honestly, dude, I have no sympathy for any of those schmuckers anyway. I'm just gonna tell you this right now, just real quick. Hey, dude, I'm sorry. Knowing how much turmoil we've had in postseasons, we need any edge right now. But I'll tell you though, guys.
So
that game Wednesday night at Wilkes-Barre Scranton, the AHL was arguably highlighting that as the game of the week because it was the battle of the 2 undefeated teams left in the Eastern Conference and the Atlantic Division. And this was a game, in my opinion, that really is speaking a lot about how different the 25 Providence Bruins are looking right now. The 25-26 Providence Bruins are looking very different.
You want an interesting stats?
Okay.
So for Hershey, goals for is 20, goals against is 23.
Mm-hmm.
For Providence, goals for 31, goals against 15. Really,
31
really
on the offense, guys. So just keep that in mind, though. They are number 1 in goals scored right now in the AHL.
Absolutely.
However, with good there is bad. The power play still needs to get a little bit in gear, and penalty kill has gone down just a little bit too compared to last year.
So the power play early on, I mean, 31%. It's not horrible, but it's not great. 7-22. I mean, they're getting power play goals.
No, I know that. It's just
they're getting power play goals.
It can't be perfect every time, but
the penalty killing, the penalty killing needs to go up, especially at home. 3-9 in penalty killing at home. 5-18 altogether. Not great. Penalty killing isn't good.
If that's got to be just under, but that's gonna be like just under 77%.
They're facing a team that their penalty killing isn't that good either.
Right. No, I understand that.
So, and their power play is terrible. So I think Hershey will lose this game. I think Providence will go to 8-0.
The biggest thing about Providence too that I'm going to make this point clear on is this. This has been shown during their first month of the year as a team more specializing in offense than they are defense. Now, granted, that's not necessarily a bad thing because they've been mostly defense the last few years because they've had no offense. But give these guys a lot of credit down there. I mean, they're trying to really make a strong case for why they deserve to get that call off to Boston soon. And, just keep an eye on some guys right now that really, I think, are going to deserve a chance up there soon. Tufte, Brown, Merkulov, Lizell. I might even put Lockenelius, Farinacci up there as well, Brunette. I mean, guys, don't forget, I'm a P-Bruin season ticket holder alongside my dad as well. This is our 10th season as a ticket holder. We love seeing these games down there because we see tomorrow's stars on that afternoon or night game. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like we see the future of the Bees organization, but the problem is that these guys are too afraid in our front office to pull the trigger and get these guys up here and give the kids a chance. Here's the way that I look at it. If you absolutely suck, give the kids an opportunity because that's the only way they're going to learn how to handle the bright light of the NHL stage, especially up in Boston. Like, you have to get these kids up here at some point.
So they take on Charlotte next after tomorrow.
Sunday the AMP. That is Top Gun Day.
That is going to be a great game. Speaking of Top Gun, I think I mentioned. Did I mention this last month? I think I did. There's a new team in the MILB it's related to the Top Gun kind of thing.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. The Ontario Tower Buzzards. It's pretty cool.
Tower Buzzards.
Yeah, Tower Buzzards. Yeah. It's
Okay.
a pretty cool thing. Speaking of MILB, we're gonna get to something with the MILB in a minute. After our last commercial break, which we're gonna take in just a moment, but that'll pretty much do it for the Providence Bruins.
Yeah.
Great start so far. We'll see how it continues. They're taking on Charlotte. I believe Charlotte was the champion last year.
No, they were not. The AAA of the Canucks took it home.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, they were in the final. I apologize.
However, keep in the back of your mind that the Charlotte Checkers, they are the defending Eastern Conference champions.
Exactly.
So in my opinion, if you want to have any chance in the Providence Bruins' eyes of making a good run in the postseason, you're gonna have to be Charlotte.
Charlotte, they've already done it so far. They've already done it once.
Right.
Can they do it again? We'll see on Sunday. All right, we'll be right back. We'll take our last commercial break. When we come back, a little bit of MILB. This will be kind of it for MILB until probably March, I would say, when it comes.
And then we've also got to get into Pats and Falcons on Sunday and Saturday night's main event for WWE, which is tomorrow in Utah.
So we're gonna end with Patriots Falcons, because I expect them.
They're not going to lose this.
They're not going to lose.
But we'll pick it up though, guys, on the other side of the last break.
We'll be right back.
But yeah, buddy, we have got to get WWE in this thing.
Absolutely. The one thing I want to talk about with MILB.
What is it?
It's Salem. It's the name reveal.
Okay.
That's next week.
Okay. Oh, so now
we'll make our guess, maybe.
So
I don't know what they're gonna name the team.
Honestly, dude, I don't care about that Salem at all right now because Pats and WWE are
no
a big
one
deal.
cares.
Exactly. So why are we talking about it, man? Like, let's save it for next week.
Believe me, I care.
Right. So let's save it for next week then, because next week's the actual reveal.
I don't want to.
Oh, whatever.
Because I'm probably not gonna get to it.
Oh, please.
And this is Sports Hour.
Yeah. And
so that's an excuse to talk about.
Hey, commercial, man. Let's go. Commercial.
Okay. So that's my excuse. It's sports related.
Honestly, dude, you've got plenty of excuses anyway. Okay, move on. So that being said, so as I was mentioning to you about the Flutie Foundation and the record label, so Cooper is the sound guy, and Sunday at Natick at the 5K. If you haven't seen my post yet, I did a 12-minute song set, and I put up my best one that I did out of all three. And I also had to be emergency MC because the guy they hired as part of the program bolted with about 90 minutes left and just took off and stormed away and didn't even say a word. So they basically scrambled. They're like, "Oh wait, good idea. Well, why don't we send Eric in?" I'm like, "Where's my script? Let's go." So I took over, did great. They'll give us more opportunities now that they know I can actually handle it. But anyway, Cooper. So we're gonna take "Feeling Good" by Michael Bublé from someone that did it on The Voice. His name was Brain Sunshine. So we're gonna take that template, and he's gonna help me create like a back-end track that has a country background, maybe a little bit of a Christian rock type background for me, and be able to take that and make literally my own version. So that way, when you hear it, you will be like, "This is Eric. Like this is nobody else." And I'm stoked that I'm going to get to actually I'm recording there too. They're also going to help set me up with a national anthem demo. They'll make submissions easier. And they'll also help me out with this. Are you aware of a QR coded business card that like people can like just like scan it and it'll get like all your information?
So someone mentioned
on
that
the card.
to me.
Yeah. They're actually helping out with that.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Bradley J a couple of times.
Who?
Bradley J. You know who the WBZ?
Yeah.
He's on WBZ and he used to be on WBCN. He was actually the last DJ before WBCN left the airwaves. He was the guy who.
That's when they changed it to a Mix 104.1.
Exactly. He was the guy who took BCN off.
Yeah.
Sent BCN off the air. I was talking to him. He said, it would be a good idea, like to make QR codes.
Yeah. They were thinking about doing that for me to just avoid handing out like physical cards.
Exactly.
Because it would just save a lot of time and money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's some good news, man. I'm trying to give you.
Okay. All right. Let's take our.
Let's do it.
Last segment here. 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, we're back. here on Hometown Talk. It is 10:46 a.m. and we're gonna switch over to a little bit of a WWE news as we get towards the end.
Just as a side note here, next time I come back on December 5th, I'm stealing your chair because this seat pad is not helping my support right now. It's literally making me want to fall asleep, and it's not good at feeling. Anyway, WWE, sorry.
Anyway, yeah, so we have that.
I honestly feel like I'm in a hold right now.
Real quick,
it hurts.
Before we do that, I'm gonna mention next Saturday. Keep an eye on the MILB space because the Salem Red Sox will be changing their name. I don't know what they'll be changing their name to. I mean, you could probably throw out 7 million names and they'll probably be all wrong.
I mean, I'm sorry. I just got bored just yawning on that one. I'm bored now.
But I mean, it's interesting. Whenever a team related to the Red Sox has something big like that happen, it's interesting.
It's not a big deal. It's a flipping team change of somebody in the farm system that sucks, man.
Yeah, I mean, the farm system does suck. I understand, but...
Oh, my God. Just change them to the jumbo shrimp and they'll float away.
It's interesting. Anyway.
Whatever.
I don't know. I wanted to talk about it for a second. Anyway. Okay. WWE. We had our second to last pay-per-view in the NXT division of WWE. Why call it division? The NXT realm of WWE.
Yeah.
Halloween Havoc, and probably the most surprising pay-per-view of the year.
That brings it back to WCW vibes a little bit back when they had that.
Yeah, so
as a pay-per-view.
We started
sponsored by Snickers back then.
Yeah, so we started off. Was this sponsored by anybody?
I don't believe so.
No. Okay. Anyway, we started off with Javon Evans and Leon Slater. If you don't know who Leon Slater, if you watch WWE and don't know who Leon Slater is, he's not a WWE contracted wrestler. He's actually a TNA contracted wrestler. So WWE and TNA, they have a working relationship, and so does AAA. We're gonna get to that in a second. But they put Javon Evans and Leon Slater together as a tag team, and I'm telling you, I think they've struck gold, Eric. I think they have struck gold with this team, Leon Slater and Javon Evans. I don't know if you watched them before, but
look, that's gonna be interesting though. But with that being said, though,
but you have their opponent, which is also again, I don't get it. AAA, I don't get some of their characters. Mr. Iguana, literally someone with face paint.
He's still alive? Mr. Iguana's still alive?
Yes. So someone with green face paint who carries around a toy iguana.
Okay, can we move on now?
Why?
That's stupid.
Look, and then La Parca as well, okay? Javon Evans and Leon Slater defeated them. All right, then you had Ethan Page versus El Idolo del Jr. Wagner. Let me start over. El Idolo D. Dr. Wagner Jr. There we go. For the NXT North American Championship.
Yep.
I gotta say, I love Ethan Page's character. Ethan Page is so cool. I gotta tell you,
Ricky Saints has been really on fire.
Ricky Saints, we're gonna get to Ricky Saints in a second, but Ethan Page has been great. He's been really, really great. He's kind of like he's taken over like the big time heel role. I mean, other than Trick Williams, we're gonna get
Trick's a mess with that.
We're gonna get to Trick.
But anyway,
we have Blake Monroe versus Zarya. Blake Monroe, of course, the former Mariah May, who made the move from AEW to WWE. She has won her first title in WWE, the NXT Women's North American Championship.
Yep.
The first of many titles, I suspect, that she will hold. Jade Cargill tomorrow night will probably hold her second championship that she has ever held in the company.
So
I'm gonna get to that.
So with that being said, on Jade Cargill, that will now lead us to Saturday night's main
that
event
heel turn
in
was so
Utah
good.
tomorrow night.
That heel turn was so
and
good.
trust me when I tell you, though, that heel turn was not expected whatsoever.
That was so good.
It really was not. But on the same token, I mean, here's the thing. Since Tiffany Stratton won at the beginning of the year, she's been a great champion. I honestly don't see any reason right now for why Cargill is going to lose this, knowing that she turned heel. I honestly think that turn made her have to be champion. So that's actually why I picked Jade. But Saturday night's main event's card is very, very interesting because there's only 4 matches with this. So
good matches.
So that being said, you and I both agree that between Tiffany and Jade will finally become WWE Women's Champion. A lot of people were shocked. That she didn't win a SummerSlam. And then moving on down the line, a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. Dominic Mysterio will defend against Penta and Rusev.
Who's gonna win this?
I honestly, looking at the situation, because here's what a triple threat is. It's no disqualification and there's no count out as well. I actually picked Dom to win because of Judgment Day interference. I think something stupid's going to happen because he's going to channel his wannabe Eddie Guerrero, and he's going to steal it somehow. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I think picked Dom for now.
The person who's going to take the title off of Dominic Mysterio eventually will be Finn Balor.
I actually think it's going to be John. Because you know what? They may set him up for Survivor Series in San Diego because he's not a Grand Slam champion yet. He has not won the Intercontinental title. So think about it. Some people are thinking about it under this direction. So he wins at Survivor Series against Dom Mysterio. He becomes IC champion, but his last one's Gunther. Then he passes the torch to him and he loses it at Saturday night's main event. See, I really don't think it's going to happen. However,
but the problem is, once Gunther wins that title, Gunther is not losing that title for months.
I understand that, but also on the same token, we also don't know if he's even coming back at all right now because of his injury.
Yeah, but where is Gunther?
I honestly don't know. But honestly,
we're
we'll
getting
cross
to the
Survivor.
nitty-gritty.
But to be honest with you, we'll cross Survivor Series after it happens because when you and I chat, right? It'll be the Friday after
It'll be
that.
December 5th.
Yeah. So now we move on to this.
So okay, we got Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill.
Yeah,
we both agreed Jade Cargill was going to win. I'm going to say Dominic Mysterio wins.
But I'm going to say that it will be by interference, though.
Exactly.
Something's going to happen either by Judgment Day or he's going to do something to steal it and cheat.
I think it is going to be John Cena versus Gunther, but not for the Intercontinental title. I think Dominic Mysterio will beat John Cena. If the match happens, he will beat John Cena at Survivor Series.
However, in the event that doesn't happen, we don't know who John's going to face. So I guess we'll find out then when that happens.
In the event he faces Dominic Mysterio, I think that's what will happen. Because I think we're heading, and we've been heading very, very slowly into this, maybe picking up a little bit, Triple H. Anyway, we've been heading very, very slowly into a storyline, I think, where Judgment Day is going to fall apart.
Correct. But
War
also War Games.
Survivor Series War Games is going to be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen.
So the rumor right now is a team captained by the Vision versus a team captained by Roman Reigns and Punk. That's going to be interesting.
I'm guessing Braun Breaker will be the captain.
With Bronson Reed, because I think they'll be co-captains. However, we'll cross Survivor Series.
Seth is going to be out till probably after Mania.
Speaking of Seth, because of his surgery, CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. This to me was a really hard toss-up, but at the end of the day, I picked Punk.
There's only one right decision here. It's Punk.
Yeah, Punk has to take it because at the end of the day, there isn't a storyline yet right now. And then for me, no question in my mind, it's another rematch for the WWE Championship. Cody is going to retain against Drew McIntyre.
Easily.
The only thing is, I don't know who Cody will lose to, but that's going to be a question mark once we get closer to it. However,
I don't think it is. I don't think it's a question mark. I think it's.
I don't know who's going to lose to. Randy?
It's Randy at WrestleMania.
We'll also know that Randy's been off for a while now.
It's not going to be Reigns.
I don't like that.
It's not going to be Reigns.
So with that being said, right, Joey, so we have WWE all set. I'm hoping that as we get closer and we get into, because here's the funny part. When you and I chat again on December 5th, the following Saturday, it's the final match of John's legendary career. It will be the final match. Oh, by the way, Saturday night's main event at the Capital One Arena in DC is officially sold out. I'm telling you right now, he better get an amazing night, all tributed to him and all he did for this company and this business. He better get a tribute properly.
I'm going to purely fantasy book here.
Yeah.
I think John Cena's last match, retirement tours should collide. I think retirement tours should collide. If it works out, right now they're trying. WWE, I believe, is trying to talk to New Japan Pro Wrestling to set up Shinsuke Nakamura versus Hiroshi Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom 20. That is, I think that's what they're trying to do. Will it happen?
I don't really know. Yeah,
I don't
kind
know.
of.
Maybe. But I mean, if they're able to get it done, I think as a payment back, for that, I think they should put Hiroshi Tanahashi. They should bring Hiroshi Tanahashi to DC, and Hiroshi Tanahashi should be John Cena's last event.
So without
purely fantasy booking here.
No, it is.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think so either.
Probably 0% chance. But that would be a great match. It would be Hiroshi Tanahashi.
It would.
And John Cena, two legends in both sides of the world.
No. I'm looking at the clock now. I think we hit the 2-minute warning. And this is something I know we're going to be talking about a lot of on Friday 12/5 when I'm back here with you. WWE. But however, could the Patriots sweep November? That's going to be a big question mark. But 6-2,
no,
they have been on a really great, impressive stretch right now. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They
got the Bills in November, correct?
I think it's December. Right before or after their bye week, because they got a very, very late bye week in week 14.
Okay.
Sunday against the Falcons. So these are some numbers that I want to give you right now. Drake May is going to be facing off against the NFL's number 2 pass defense. I want to see him rise above this. And personally, I think that he can. Just something to keep in mind as well. If he has another 100+ passing rating, he will enter NFL history and be tied with Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Lamar Jackson with 8 straight games with 100+ rating.
Wow.
The overall record is 12 by Aaron Rodgers back in 2011. I also wanted to have you guys keep this in mind as well. The only team right now in the NFL that have not allowed a 50-yard rushing game to anybody through the first 8 games. The overall record is, I believe, the overall record, I believe, is 12 by the Bucs back in 2020. Also, keep in mind, too, Ramondre Stevenson, he sat out Wednesday's practice with a toe issue.
He might be out.
Center Garrett Bradbury also sat out with a toe. And then Chris Tonga and Stephon Diggs, they were all limited with ankle and knee problems.
They did sign a running back.
Yes, they did. But
I'm not sure who.
I don't know who it is right now either, but I will tell you this right now.
Duggar is gone.
Yeah, Duggar and Keon White are both traded away. Good riddance because the money was too high anyway. But with that being said, though, because I know we're going to wrap it up shortly, do I think that they're going to sweep November? I highly doubt it, but I can tell you guys this right now. Those that said under 8 wins, under 8.5,
they're going to be wrong.
We could literally, guys, I'm telling you this right now, we literally could be looking at 12-5 or 13-4 this year based on the direction that they're going. This could be this could be one of the greatest single season turnarounds in NFL history if it can be done. I'm just telling you guys this right now. Drake May against the league's number 2 pass defense. I am excited to see how he's going to rise, but all eyes will set the stage for when they go to Tampa against the Bucs. That could be a showdown of 2 7-2 teams, both looking for playoff momentum.
I think they're going to go 3-1 this month. I think
that'd be amazing, wouldn't it be?
They're going.
I mean, Joey, you go what 10-3 with 1 month left? Are you kidding me? Like that could really make something special out of this.
I mean, I think right now, I think only maybe 4 losses.
That's it.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see how the Ravens do. The Ravens.
No, I know Ravens.
The Ravens.
Yeah, but
they might be back.
Yeah, but you know what though, Joey? Records speak for themselves, and right now, I mean, but like Joey.
What are they 3-5 right now?
Correct, but I'm telling you this right now though. To wrap this up here, because I know you want to get me out of here shortly. Drake May, no one has stopped him since the Steelers week a month ago. And I'm telling you this right now, and I'm making this statement. The only team I think that could stop him dead in his tracks, it would be the Bucs defense. That's the only team that I'm seeing. Everybody else, for November especially, Drake May is playing complimentary, unselfish football. Give Josh McDaniels so much credit, too. I mean, this guy has been phenomenal. Oh, and just real quick, a huge congratulations, because I want to end this on a great note. Marcus Jones announced yesterday the AFC Defensive Player of the Month. A huge congratulations. We just signed him to 3 extra years. I'm telling you, this 5'9" dark horse phenom of our defense has really been ticking off so many offensive coordinators, so many offensive schemes. I'm telling you right now, this is a Patriots team that is different and I think is ready for a postseason return. All I'm telling you guys is this. 2 games over 4 days with the Bucs and the Jets in the same week is going to set the stage for the making or breaking point of their season. We will know by Thanksgiving exactly where they're going to stand. But I'll tell you right now, guys, right now, if the season ended, they're the 2 seed. They will be top 3. And right now, 1 game lead on the East. They can't lose again, especially when we get the Bills back. You have to take it. But guys, enjoy the game on Sunday. Pats and Falcons, it's going to be good. Let's see what Drake May has against the number 2 league defense.
And as we close the show today, I want to just let everyone know, don't tune in to NFL Network on Tuesday. Hold on. Don't tune in to NFL Network on Tuesday and expect an announcement that the Patriots have signed Myles Garrett. Do not.
Oh, my God.
Myles Garrett is not going to be a Patriot, regardless.
Did you see him slam down his helmet after his 5-sack performance? He is going to be out of Cleveland soon. He's
He
so mad.
will be, but he will not be coming to New England.
He's so mad, isn't he?
The Patriots are not going to trade for Myles Garrett.
I don't see that happen because our defense is fine. Like, our defense is honestly fine.
Yes, we're fine.
They're going to be really looking at someone in the secondary, or they could be looking at someone helping out at running back. But guys, don't be sleeping on the 25 Pats or 25 Providence Bruins. We could be looking at some shocking upsets.
All right,
guys, I'll see you in December.
Bye-bye, everybody.
That's a wrap, Jack. That was good.
That was great.
So for December 5th, the past November, how WWE is going to end their year. We'll recap Survivor Series, look at Saturday's main event, and the farewell.
Main event will be the last. Well, yeah,
that'll be. But however, I think we should talk about like John's career and give him like a send off. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think we should talk about seeing his career for like a few minutes.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
that'll be fun to do. I'll actually grab like some stuff on him too, because like that'll be like an amazing way to be like, next Saturday night we are saying goodbye to arguably one of the most influential and most loved men, not just in this business but on this planet.
Yeah.
Like period.
In wrestling.
Not just in wrestling.
I know it was like, bye-bye everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
I mean, like, dude, like, how about like the world over? Everyone loves John Cena.
Absolutely.